Hello, it's Myrra, and welcome to the Tesla, where I am creating a little content while I am waiting for my daughter to come out of her orthodontist appointment. I am sharing with you some things from my business mindset coach, Deb Erickson of the ican Institute. I was able to tune in live to her Monday mindset call on this past Monday, which for me was the 18th. This is going to be streaming, I believe, on the 25th. So I wanted to share with you some thoughts that really stuck out to me as she was talking about creating your thought life and really focusing on using your thought life and getting into flow to start a new fiscal year strong. So the first thing that she said that stood out to me is that good thoughts are like Teflon. They slide right off your brain. Bad thoughts are like Velcro. They stick to everything. And that makes so much sense. Think about the oldest Velcro thing that you know. For me, it's part of my quiet book that my grandmother made me when I was 3 years old. So it's over 40 years old. And it's got really old Velcro. But you know what? That Velcro can still stick after all this time. So the other thing that stood out to me was the idea of not just getting rid of negative thoughts, but to replace negative thoughts with positive thoughts. So think about your brain as a garden, and that's a very good analogy for me right now as my tomatoes are coming up, my cucumbers are starting to finally come on, and I have my very first spaghetti squash. A bad thought is like a noxious weed in your garden. And if you go out to your garden and you see weeds, you have no hesitation about plucking them out, spraying them with poison, getting rid of them. But the thing about bare ground is that if it is fertile soil that's well tended and does not have something on it, something else will grow. So it's a question of what you're going to grow. If you're going to pluck out negative thoughts, negative patterns, you need to put in something new that can grow in its place. So I encourage you to not be hesitant about getting rid of your negative thoughts. Don't be tentative. Pluck those suckers out and plant good ones. And if you're not sure where to start for good thoughts, start by creating a blueprint, a thought blueprint for yourself. Now, when I teach my master consultant class and I talk about mindset, I have consultants do a negative and a positive one. And the negative is all the self-defeating, negative self-talk that you've been doing all your life. And the positive one, which a lot of people forget to do, is all the positive, great stuff, great qualities that have been true of you for as long as you can remember, the good qualities that people have about you. And you can write those down. You can start with how old you are the first time you remember that being attributed to you. And then the experience, and then what the story you tell yourself about that is. And that's a great way for you to start replanting positive things in your garden. So have a great one.